What is happening, y'all? Welcome on back. So before we go into this next zone, if you've been following along, you should have access to the Sodden Ring. As a reminder, we got this on pure Black World Tendency in 3.2, basically when we took the cage down into the area and picked it on up, and we're going to want this for the next zone, so put that on. In addition to that, we are going to want to have access to the Noble's Lotus to counteract poison. That off. Before we go, make sure you spend any souls you have to level on up. We're going to keep bumping endurance. And then, as always, make sure you aren't in body form. We don't want to be risking tendency at all. So, to the Swamp of Sorrow we go. Now, if you are a lightweight build, to make this area even easier, let's say you don't need the Ring of Great Strength, Regenerator's Ring is actually really, really nice here. It'll help out a ton, so it's something to consider. But otherwise, just run on down. It's a long run. Alright, here it is. Butthole of Demon Souls. Let us run this way. There's one guy we're gonna kill. I'm probably gonna be using the axe the majority of this zone. Now you can see a shortcut right there. We can't get that for quite a while, but no worries. We will make our way to it. Want to pick up the Noble's Lotus. Drop down and kill these guys. Now, as you can see, we're just walking around in the swamp. This is because of the Sodden Ring. If we don't have the Sodden Ring on, this is your default movement speed. When you try to roll, that happens. So 100% you want the Sodden Ring. You'll also notice that we're already poisoned. You're going to be getting poisoned a lot here. And the biggest thing is poison will drastically reduce how much you're able to heal. So we want to be able to Noble's Lotus and then quickly get off a heal. But anyway, after we drop down, head on over to the left over here. And get this guy. Actually, you know what? I might even, just because I really do like the regenerator setup. There we go. We'll do that. The regenerator ring, along with the shield, will greatly offset how much damage we're taking from the poison. But after we have grabbed that, we're going to swing to the right. Just in case you get the Meridian Hammer. In case you don't have the regenerator's ring, which you should if you've been following along. No worries, because there's another one right here. Which I actually need to, I'm always going over on my items. Storage. I mean, it's kind of hard to maintain low items when we have the Dragon Bone Smasher. So let's see. Left for Hero Soul, Meridian Hammer, Regen Ring. Okay, so now we are going to run along this wall here. These guys, these little jellyfish-looking things that you see off in the distance, they will slowly float towards you. They're probably not going to be a concern, to be honest. We should be, I mean, especially having the Sodden Ring, we're able to swing through this area pretty fast. But there's going to be 3 storied hero souls that we're going to want to get. Second. And that's the third. So after getting those, go on and hit Big Boy. We want to pull him out. If you can kill him before he gets here, great. If not, no worries. Typically these guys are a bigger threat, but having the Sodden Ring and being able to roll really, really makes this area much easier. Go up here. Kill everybody. And now we're going to make our way down this way past a couple of these guys. Now you can, before we do, let's get a quick heal in here. Noble's Lotus, Late Grass. I would suggest just running past them. They move really slow, and unless you get like surrounded by them, they're not going to really hurt you. Also, they're not worth much, as you can see, killing one here. At a whopping 28 souls. But so go over here from this unknown hero soul, and now we're going to make our way across here, just skipping from island to island and grabbing all these goodies. Now, off in the distance, you can see an invader. So get ready. It's an NPC invader. It's not a player, so you don't need to worry about that. But they are probably the most deadly thing out here. If anything out here is going to kill you, it's going to be that. Sodden Ring is going to make things significantly easier because we won't need to worry about them being able to... They can roll, and we can't roll, so you don't need to worry about that anymore, thankfully. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to put on Second Chance here. Pop an Age Spice. And we're going to put on Cursed Weapon. Put our shield on. And we're going to run and kill this invader. Using the Butcher Knife. Do not let that hit you. Like that, as you can see, does tons of damage. Ideally, you want to fight him on the island just so you don't need to worry about getting poisoned. There we go. Ooh. And now we have access to the cat ring. Go on and pick up the Faint Stone Chunk and Stone of Imperial Eyes. There's two goodies over there and a couple guys over here. We'll just go over this way and kill these ones first. Got the Black Pine Resin. Go on over and grab these. And we're just running on over to this island. And this is the island where we had fought those guys earlier. So, made it back. Get rid of the poison. And that's the first half of the Poison Swamp. So, you know, real easy having the Sodden Ring to assist us along in doing this. Go ahead and open this up. Okay. Now there's two options here. You can either jump down and grab that stuff, or you can follow the path. We're going to follow the path here, but to be honest, it's really not worth it. You just want to snipe the mosquitoes out of the sky. You can snipe these guys if you want to. But this path, basically we're going to be climbing all the way up and risking potential growth death by gravity and everything else. And the only reward you get for it is some grass jelly and some black pine resin. So we're going to do it just to show you, but subsequent runs, I would suggest just avoiding this upper path completely. It's not worth it, you know, especially because of the risk of you potentially falling down and dying to gravity. Thankfully, the bow does make it pretty easy, being able to snipe these guys. Don't even give them a chance to get up on you. Our grass jelly that we worked so hard to get. It's the ambush man. Now that we got that, we can jump down, and wow, some black pine resin. Alright, so now that we're down, you can run on over here. Some dark moon grass. Run on over here. A thief ring. Let's see, document grass and thief ring. This is also where we're at right now, this little island. We're going to want to come back here on pure white and pure black. Run through the swamp here. Go ahead and get rid of the poison. Got 5 skeeters. So just rapid fire. Boom. 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 Oh, didn't fire that one. There we go. Right, after them, going along. You'll notice some slugs. Kill the first 3. You'll notice a bunch of slugs over there and a shiny. For now, just ignore that stuff. We need to work our way up top and kill the slug nest first. So we're just going to ignore it for now, and we'll work our way over there in just a little bit. Keep following along. Now, we want to snipe the shaman first. Guy you can see in the back there. Shaman's not a giant threat, but he will do poison clouds, so it's just easier to take his ass out now. And of course, make the big guys a little bit softer as they approach. Come on, big boy. Ignore that fog for now. Instead, continue this way. And this is actually where we're going to find the primeval demon when we're on pure black. Managed to make it over here without getting poisoned. There's a big area right here that you can see. Unfortunately, it's just empty. There's, I know you're probably like, there's got to be something out there, but there's not. So don't worry about it. Instead, head this way. You're going to want to kill a couple of the slugs. And just work your way up this. And this is going to lead us up to the slug nest. Slow and steady. That baseball swing. Alright. After you've made it all the way up, kill them. Right over here. Just keep hitting this for a little bit. Won't take too long. Go. Kill that slug. Legendary hero soul. Now if you look, you can actually work your way down here very carefully. Like this. And drop. And we can drop. And we can drop. Now, since we're through the majority of the poisony area, I'm going to actually go back to my thick boy setup here. So I'm going to be able to smash. But the slugs are very, very weak to fire. So what I would suggest is just put on some black pine resin. And then just run up and smash. If you have something like Firestorm, it's going to work great here. Otherwise, anything that does wide AoE attacks, like what you see me doing. Just be careful, because, you know, you could get poisoned. Grab all the goodies from the slugs. Send to storage, send to storage. And now we have access to the great faith weapon. The large sword of moonlight. So even though it is iconically a magic weapon in the rest of the Souls titles, in this title, it's actually a faith-based weapon. So for those of you that are playing Sunbros and Demon Souls, you are in luck. Just to show this, because this is a very important one. As you can see, all the scaling is in faith. Doesn't require any strength or dex to use, and it has split damage. So the damage is half magical damage. But send that to the storage for now, unless, of course, you're a faith build, then go ahead and feel free to use it. We'll cure the poison, though, and we'll head on over this way. Probably just going to keep out my Zug sword. Now that my endurance is getting higher and higher, it's getting easier and easier for me to comfortably run this sword. Sorry, didn't I have it on earlier when I was below 50%? With the helmet on? Did I not have the gloves on, maybe? No, whatever. Oh, you know what? I didn't have the bow on, that was it. Anyway, now that we've done all that, go ahead and pop this open. Honestly, I should switch to the axe for this part. But we have the merchant right here. Now, you'll notice that she has Stone of Imperial Eyes, but they're super expensive. Every time you buy one, she'll replenish your stock, but honestly, they're prohibitively expensive. It's just not worth buying them. Beyond that, this is where you get rotten arrows if you want poisonous arrows. If for some reason you don't have the talisman, a couple people have been mentioning they didn't have the talisman to trade, you can pick a new one up here. Black pine resin, of course, and then some upgrade stuff and anti-poison if you need it.
Nothing for you.
But otherwise, this next part, we are just going to grab what loots we can initially. There's a lot of stuff here in this little town, and I'm going to need to switch, sadly. There's fighting guys in these tight corridors with the Dragon Bone Smasher. Not going to work that well. There's lots of enemies here. Lots of enemies, so just, you know, kind of pay attention to where you're looking and shit. They'll I mean, honestly, they crawl out of the woodwork. They're all over the place. I wasn't even able to properly denote where every single one of them were. But that. This guy we can snipe. It's one of the shamans that do the poison, so just pop him off. This you can just slip right in here. Yeah. Now, there's a couple loots that'll look out of reach. We're going to get all the stuff, though. Don't worry. We'll get all the loots. I promise you that. Now, what we want to do is... we're just going to go through this, and we're basically going to kill everything that we can see. Everything that moves dies. Basically just, you know, cruise through killing. Since I'm here, I might as well. I'm the full armor. Right, and after we pass through this, head on up top. Yes. There's a shaman above us doing a poison cloud. I'm not that worried about it. Kill it in a second, and then get rid of the poison. Alright, so now we've killed the majority of them, and there's still a ton of loots that we can grab here. But first thing we want to do here is I want to get the shortcut unlocked for you. So instead of worrying about the village, just stay to the left side of this path. And follow this along. Couple enemies, couple skeeters. Keep cruising along, make sure you're just kind of hugging this wall so there's no accidentally slips. Coming up on a crystal lizard, but there's some enemies too, so just beware. And now we'll kick down the shortcut. So now even if we do happen to die, we can safely make our way back. So now we're going to return and we're going to get all the goodies. Lots of stuff left in that village to get, but I mean, honestly, the faster you can get the shortcuts, the better, right? So don't worry about the swamp for now. We're going to take care of those guys in part 2 of the swamp in a little bit. I'll just run on back to the village. So right here, we can drop down and get access to an unknown hero soul, and yeah, she's down in the swamp, but that's the shaman we want to kill. Kill that, and you'll get access to the shaman set. And now that we're down in the swamp, we're going to run over here. And we're able to pick up some nice dark moon grass. You can climb back up right here. Go to the poison. Let's see. Return towards shortcut. Double grass into the village. Swing up and get all the loots out of reach. Right up, and this is right where we killed that shaman that poisoned us. And now we're just going to kind of loop around and get all of the goodies that were above and out of reach before. Couple more guys right over here. This is actually the boss fog for the area. Start this up first. And this battle axe has really grown on me. It's got like a nice beefy moveset, you know? Swings fast, hits hard. For this one, just come here and then roll. Should land right on it. Oh, come on. Oh, whatever. This one we can grab. Hop up here. Grab. And that should wrap up all of the shinies in the village. So after that, just run back over to this platform and climb on out. I'm always not sure with the village because this place is such a mess with just like rotten wood and it's dark and you can't really see, but I believe that's everything. So if I did miss one of the hidden ones, I apologize. Seeing anything at least. Oh, wait, that guy up there. Almost forgot about you. How did I get up to that one? Actually, I don't know if I got that one during the prep work. Let me see. Oh, this is actually kind of interesting. I don't know if I've ever been up to there. Looks like I even see another one. But there's two. It looks like you could just walk up. Oh, here we go. Yep. Alright, up top. Faint stone shard. I completely overlooked this part in the walkthrough. I think I stumbled into this in the Let's Play, actually, but somehow missed it during the walkthrough prep. Veinstone stuff. Alright, now we should have everything. Yes, okay. So how are we on time? Looking good. Time's getting a little bit tight, but we're good. Next we want to... No! Oh god, I slipped. Son of a bitch. Go back. Now we want to get back over into the swamp. Which actually we can go either way. We just need to get past the gate here to get out into the swamp. So either you can drop down or you can take the path going right now. The whole point is to just get back into the swamp. So this way. Alright, so head on out this way first. And out here at the island, there should be a lone slug. Go on and examine that, and that is the full dull gold set. Now this part, this is typically one of the hardest parts of this area, but with the sodden ring, it's significantly easier. Originally, you couldn't, oh boy, getting a little angry, are you? Back in the original game, the sodden ring wasn't a thing. I don't believe it was, at least. I'm pretty sure that was added with this, but no. Now that we have access to that, we're able to smashy. Get this one. And one more. And now you can pick up the stones that are waiting for us over here. Alright, and that wraps up the swamp. Pick up some stones, got the slug, and now we're off to the fog gate. So to save some time, we're going to talk about it while we're running. But the upcoming boss we're about to fight is the Dirty Colossus, similar to the Leechmonger. It's a big old disgusting blobby guy. This guy is super duper weak to fire. So, like, if you have Firestorm, you can just walk up and one-shot him pretty much. I mean, that's really, it's not a hard boss. Like, there's not much strategy here. He can swing his arms and slam you, but for the most part, you can just kind of ignore it and smash him instead. If he covers you with the bugs, you can approach a torch to burn them off, but to be honest, you'll probably kill him before that becomes a concern. I mean, even on the goofy-ass Let's Play build, we managed to slaughter this guy. He's kind of a joke boss. So yeah, he's gonna die real fast. Besides that, his soul is used for Acid Cloud, which is a spell that we're gonna need. I might not even use fire. I'm kind of... Well, no, I will use fire. I'll use fire. Put on... where's it at? Where's my fire? There's my black pine resin. Weight looks... Can I fit some gloves in? I can. Beautiful. We don't need the... Well, there is one area in this fight where you could use the sodden ring, but we're going to kill him without worrying about that. Instead, we will go with the cling ring here, get a little bit more health. Top our health off. We already have second chance active, I believe. Actually, it might have worn off, so we'll pop that. No, we're not worried about second chance. What am I talking about? Put this on. And we'll just smash this guy. I'll do a bug explosion like that. As you can see, we're just standing behind this guy and absolutely annihilating him. That's all the damage he was able to do. Okay, buddy, listen. If you're gonna be rude. Okay. If you're gonna act like this, I'm gonna have to punish you. I'm gonna have to put on new black pine resin. Stop that. This is the only part where you'd really need the sodden ring here, otherwise you just smash that guy. So a couple loots in the boss arena though. We have grass near the entrance, pick up, and then a soul near the Arkstone over here on the side. Now as always, you're going to want to go and suicide. That. Run on over to the Arkstone, get that soul, and head back to the Nexus. So after this, we have one more boss, a couple trophies, and we're going to be getting access to pure black and white tendencies for this area. So stay tuned, and I will catch you soon with more.